Hey VC, this is Brad from H2Vinyl. This is a contest video for Jason's contest of 200 subs. This contest is labeled But Before You Go. And Jason, I appreciate your channel. I love your love for B.B. King. I also enjoyed your admiration for Jack White. I love both of those artists, and you know what? I don't have enough B.B. King in my collection. I need more. So anyway, this contest, I'm going to take a slightly different approach, but here is the question that you wanted to have us answer, and this is: name an artist who has impacted my life and what I would say to them as a form of gratitude if our paths should ever cross. And the whole point of this was, before either of us passed. And it was difficult picking one artist. How do you do that? But finally, after probably a week or so, one artist came to me, and it really is no surprise, probably not much of a surprise to anyone who's seen some of my videos. I've been watching, to build the suspense a little, I've been watching quite a few YouTube videos on this person, watching live shows that he's done with several of the bands. And to finish out the thought, I am going to take a different approach to this contest. I'm not going to show anything in my collection. I do have quite a bit of his. He's in so many collaborative efforts that it's impossible to show everything that he's in. And so, I've been instead be showing some videos of him and kind of interacting with the video in that way. So anyway, I've been watching interview videos with him and listening to interviews, and then also watching reactions with his fans. I really don't like the word fans. I like to think of them as people who just appreciate his music, and I think that he would probably think that way as well. So anyway, enough suspense. The person that I'm talking about is the front man to Queens of the Stone Age, Josh Homme.
I don't even know what I'm doing here.
That is way too hyped up for me. I usually trip over my words more often than not. So let's just fade that music all the way out. All right, good, it's gone. And let's just switch up the track. There we go. Label the track right down there. Awesome. So gosh, what do I say about an artist that I really, really appreciate? What would I say if I were to run into Josh tomorrow? Gosh, for me the obvious thing would be I appreciate your music. I appreciate your talent. You're an accomplished guitar player. You're good on drums. You're good on the piano. But I want to kind of be remembered, so I don't want to just leave it there. I really like his comedic style to life. Dude, the guy is hilarious. In just learning about him some, he played guitar. He started playing guitar at the age of 9, and he went to a comedian. Gosh, what was the name of the comedian? Carlin. It was Carlin. He saw Carlin at the age of 9 as well, and thought that at some point, if he didn't make it as an artist, maybe he could be a comedian. And he's lived that out in his life. I think he's just absolutely hilarious. So he's got that for him. Here's a video to show some of that comedic attitude that he brings to the table in his music.
It's called Villains of Circumstance. It's not that fucking new, obviously. Someone's been living at my house. Oh, sorry, kid. I meant it's not that friggin' new. Sounds like an acoustic guitar. Is that your fault or his out there? Bass, like look into it. No, if I give him shit, I look better. That's the way I'm doing it right now. Cause that's the wrong fucking chord I started on. No, anyhow, that was the right chord. It's his fault. I'm just kidding. This sucks. Just talks amongst yourselves. Even if it's good talks amongst yourselves.
So as you can see, great talent there, but he also doesn't take life too seriously. But I think the thing I like the most about him is his authenticity. He's not only honest with the people that he works with and the people that he's around, but he also shows that honesty within his music. Thinking of like talking about censorship, you know, if he wants to talk about censorship, he does. He writes, you know, feel good hit of the summer. If he wants to talk about his first LSD trip and like the very root of young love, he does. Monster in Your Paracel. If he wants to talk about his near-death experience and coming out of that, he does. The Vampire of Time and Memory. And the other song, I Appear Missing, which are on his latest, it's currently latest now. They drop a new album. Queens of Stone Age drops another album in 2 months in August. So Like Clockwork right now is their latest album. And some of that later stuff and where he talks about some of the more painful things in his life has made me appreciate him even more. The other side of how do I say this? The other side of going through his death, and there are mixed stories about his death. There's a story of it was complication of knee surgery. There's also a story of he drug overdosing and then was revived. The truth of the matter is, whichever story it was, the truth of the matter is he had a near-death experience and was revived. And so I'm going with that. But being able to come out of that and knowing what really matters in life after that, and having this almost Great Depression of not wanting to do what you want to do, what you've been known to do, and then somehow working through that within a few years, and then coming back on top and excelling at what you do again. That speaks volumes to me. And I know he's not perfect, and neither am I. He has his addictions, I have my own. But those songs, I Appear Missing and Vampire of Time and Memory, they don't have a finish. They don't have a happy ending. And he meant to have it that way because once you work through one thing, another thing happens. And guess what? You get to work through that now. And this music, these songs have helped me, and I'm really glad that I am able to know him in this way. In an interview, Josh said to someone talking about all of this, and he said, you know, it's not my ability to change a person. It's not my ability to make their lives better. What he had hoped to do, though, was to sit beside that person, whether in real life or through his music. You know, take 2 puffs of a cigarette and hand it over to the person that was hurting. And that's what he's done, at least in my life and a few of my friends' lives. And so I how do you say thank you for that, you know? I kind of wish he would stumble on this video, you know, that that he would see that. I really appreciate the guy. The whole cohesiveness of who he is. He's real. He's very real. And yeah, I don't have a brother. I have a good friend who I pray for, and I'm with, and I would do anything for. And I consider him my honorary brother. Josh is getting to that point. Like an older brother. He's about 3 years older than I. It'd be kind of cool to have him as an older brother. And so yeah, Jason, this is my submission. Josh Homme, great guy. If you don't know Queens of the Stone Age, listen to their stuff. He's got other stuff as well. He's released one album with David Grohl playing drums, and bass player. Drop the name. Anyway, bass player of Led Zeppelin. I'm gonna get marks for that one, I know. But that band that he was in was called Them Crooked Vultures. Tremendous stuff. Check out his Wikipedia page and you will be surprised on how much stuff Josh Homme has been a part of in his life. So yeah, dude, I hope your contest is going well, and I hope that you enjoyed this video, and congratulations on the 200 subs. You're awesome, and take care.
We corresponded by text and prose poem for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
I write poetry.
I know.
It's a wonderful way to get to know somebody, you know?
Is just have them send you poetry?
Absolutely. You should try it. That's amazing.
I did. We got married.
When I went with you to Lollapalooza, I don't know if you remember, but I hid in the autograph line when you guys finished your Q&A, and I was in the autograph. That's one of the, and I remember you were like,
It's one of the only autographs I've denied.
yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Well, you were like, sign these, and then you whipped out your breasticles. It's worked its way to the front, and really it's the premiere. It's the only competition vanilla really has is chocolate. And so I think a lot of times vanilla gets a bad rap. But we don't have to talk about that now. We can wait.
Who is the most famous person you've ever called or texted?
Celine Dion. I called her probably. I've called her like 30 times. Yeah. And I've texted her.
Probably.
I've texted her probably 30 times. But she was hanging. It feels like a one-sided relationship because I'm just calling her. She never will take my call. Yeah.
I like eerie and beautiful and sex to all be combined, you know, and which I guess would be an Enya record. All right, the next one is, if you could send one message out to emerging rock bands all over the world, what would it be? And thank you for the incredible music and inspiration, Jessica Ralph Homme. So clearly one of my family members, like, sort of like propping me up for no reason.
Maybe